Me, personally, and again, this is just my opinion, I'm 100% convinced it's not the river. People don't just vanish into thin air. It's absolutely impossible.
A mother disappears. A conspiracy appears. Today, we are diving into the mystery they wanted us all to forget. The story of Nicola Bulley, a mother of two who vanished on a morning walk with her loyal companion, Willow. The police told us it was a tragic accident, but the evidence, it screams something much darker. This isn't just about a woman who fell in a river. It's about a narrative that was constructed to cover up a lot of ugly, in my opinion. This case is one of those that I can't make it make sense. And if you do not know the case of Nicola Bulley, stick around and tell me your thoughts at the end. And with that, let's get into it.
MonkieMar covers true crime stories, the missing, murder, forensics, motive, suspects, trials, unbiased, no filter, addicted crime junkie, MonkieMar. Leave the hate at the door.
Dissect the official story. Shall we? You're telling me a woman who's on a work call just decides to casually slip and fall into a freezing river that might have been a foot deep, leaving her phone, Willow's harness, everything behind. It's the most perfectly tidy accident you've ever seen. A scene that was either planned or is the most bizarre coincidence in modern history, in my opinion. Willow, her loyal dog, is found a mere 2 minutes later by a passerby. Convenient, wouldn't you say? And here's where the plot thickens. In the court of public opinion, the partner of Paul Ansell is always the first person you look at. I have dug deep into Paul's financial records, and you can find those videos in my Nicola Bulley playlist. But I am going to touch on that a little bit in this video. The rumor mill started churning with one word: money. That's what I believe. While police never officially pursued a financial motive, the online community started to dig. There were whispers and headlines about Paul Ansell having financial issues. Oh, you had or have financial issues. The question is, Mr. Ansell, when I go and check, do you still have those financial issues? We're talking about a mortgage advisor's partner who may have been struggling with money. Was this a motive? Oh, come on. We all know that money is the root of all evil. No, in the absence of a better explanation, a lot of people believe it was. It's the motive that makes the rest of the story actually make sense. The police, meanwhile, acted like they had already solved the case. They were locked into the accidental drowning theory. For weeks, they focused their extensive search efforts on the river, the area that stretched immediately downstream from the bench. The divers meticulously combed the water. The search teams scoured the riverbanks. Yet, after days of searching, they found nothing. Then came Peter Falding, a highly respected civilian dive expert who conducted his own independent search. He publicly stated, after thoroughly examining the area where police believed Nicola fell in, that she was categorically not there. This directly contradicted the police's narrative, yet they stubbornly clung to their initial hypothesis, ignoring expert opinions and fueling the suspicion that they were deliberately overlooking other possibilities. Paul Ansell, throughout this frustrating search, publicly expressed his agony and confusion, stating his firm belief that Nicola was not in the river and urging the police to consider other avenues. After weeks of the national search and a full 23 days after her disappearance, 2 civilians stumble upon Nicola's body on February 19th, 2023, in a secluded part of the River Wire, roughly 1 mile downstream from that convenient bench where her phone was found and Willow's harness was in front of the bench on the ground. I mean, picture this. 1 mile downstream from where the bench was, 23 days later. Convenient, isn't it? Her body that wasn't found by countless professionals during weeks of intensive searching suddenly appears in an area that should have been checked multiple times. And the inquest, it simply rubber-stamped the police's original theory: accidental drowning. No questions asked about how she got there, how Willow and the phone were left behind, the contradictory expert opinions, or the agonizing weeks of fruitless searching. It's a conclusion that leaves millions of us with more questions than answers. The story of Nicola Bulley isn't over just because they say it is. We have a staged scene. We have a questionable investigation. We have a partner with rumored financial issues who denied the police's theory. And we have a convenient ending that doesn't fit the evidence and followed a search process that many found deeply flawed. Don't let them tell you what to think. The real story isn't on a police report. It's right there in front of you. All you have to do is look for it. So let's go see a little bit about Paul Ansell's financial background and see if we can see where he is today. This next segment is a recording from my videos 2 years ago to show you Paul's financial difficulties and what was going on at the time. NN Engineering Design Limited. Registered office address, I redacted. Company status, active. Active proposal to strike off. February 7th, 2023, a first Gazette notice for a compulsory strike off. April 12th, 2022, confirmation statement made on March 27th, 2022 with no updates. November 29th, 2021, total exemption full accounts made up to February 28th, 2021. That means a first Gazette notice, a PNN Engineering Design Limited. The Registrar of Companies gives notice that unless cause is shown to the contrary, the company will be struck off the register and dissolved not less than 2 months from the date shown above. Upon the company's dissolution, all property and rights vested in or held in trust for the company are deemed to be a bona vacantia and will belong to the Crown. Interesting. It doesn't sound good. I am going to look into exactly a bona vacantia and I'll post it right now above. Ansell Engineering Limited. Company status dissolved. Correspondent address I redacted. A role a director appointed on March 28th, 2018. Country of residence, England. Occupation, engineer. This one is from May 15, 2014. Dissolved. Ansell Engineering Limited. Occupation, director. Accounts overdue. Next accounts made up to March 7th, 2022. So this is a year ago. Due by December 7th, 2022, the month before Nicola mysteriously fell into the Wire River. Next statement date, March 27th, 2023. Nature of business, Repair and maintenance of aircraft and spacecraft. Okay, wait a second. So he is an engineer. Now he repairs and maintains aircraft and spacecraft. Interesting. Let's see what else this man has up his sleeves. And then we have a CAD Engineering Limited. And then at the bottom, it says a 45, a 200 maintenance and repair of motor vehicles. That's the nature of the business. A motor of vehicles. Paul has a lot of tricks in his bag, huh? And so Paul has had 4 businesses. 2 are dissolved and 2 are active. Ansell Engineering Limited and PA Engineering Design Limited dissolved. P&N Engineering Design Limited and a CAD Engineering Limited are active, but the CAD Engineering Limited has a red dot next to it. That I do not know what it means. Yeah, there's something going on. There's something very shady. And this actually just confirms my little spidey sense that 2015 to 2017, the net worth of these businesses or that business was £1,015. 2016, he was negative £1,258. 2017, he was negative £8,317. Jump ahead. In 2020, Paul Ansell's net worth was 315 L's. And in 2021, his net worth was 258 L. Well, at least he's not negative, but still. Now I have to wonder if Nicola had an insurance policy. Mr. Ansell holds 1 appointment at 1 active company, has resigned from 1 company's and held 2 appointments at 2 dissolved companies. Their longest current appointment spans 4 years, 11 months, and 1 day. At P&N Engineering Design Limited, the combined cash at bank value for all businesses where Paul holds a current appointment equals, in pounds, a combined total current assets value of £49,000, with a current total liability of £53,000 and a total current net worth of £2. Roles associated with Mr. Paul David Ansell within the recorded businesses: director, and that's where it stops. We know that we can find 4 businesses that are and were connected to Paul. 2 of them, Paul and Nicola. P&N Engineering Design Limited. The address that the office is registered to, which I am going to put into maps and show you after this on a road trip, that is that post office place that is 3.5 hours south. Incorporated on March 28th, 2018, accounts overdue. Next accounts made up to March 7th, 2022, due by December 7th, 2022. Last accounts made up to February 28th, 2021. Confirmation statement. Next statement date, March 27th, 2023, due by April 10th, 2023. It is April 6th, 2023. A filing history. March 10th, 2023. A striking off action suspended. Action under Section 1000 of the Companies Act of 2006 has been temporarily suspended as an objection to the striking off has been received by the registrar. People. Paul Ansell as a filter officers. Persons with significant control. Mr. Paul David Ansell and Nicola Jane Bulley. And remember this address. 3 Larbeck Mews, Garstang Road, Larbeck, Preston, United Kingdom. And they both have ownership of shares more than 25%, but not more than 50%. There is a Mr. Ansell in 2025. His current active business is P&N Engineering Design Limited. Public records for this company show that it is currently active, although there is a proposal to strike it off. He is listed as an active director and engineer for this company. Still at that shady address to the precinct, West Bay, Porthcawl, UK. Accounts overdue. Confirmation statement overdue. We've got the filing history. I'm not going to read it through. I'll attach the link. October 15th, 2024. Strike off action has been suspended. But look at this. Paul Ansell, active persons with significant control. Nicola Bulley. And this part right here, page 12. Authenticated electronically. Something about this story does not add up in my mind. It never will. I want to hear from you. Make sure you check out my playlist on Nicola Bulley, because it breaks down everything that happened, the contradiction. It shows the river, the searches, and to tell me that she floated in a river, which you have seen for over 20 days, wearing the big blue jacket, the boots, and nobody saw her. And then she ended up in the brush and found by a psychic who offered his help before she was found. Am I saying he had anything to do with Nicola Bulley's death? No, but something does not make sense. I wish Nicola's sister would reach out to me. My email is always in the description. So I think that is going to wrap up this video, but I definitely want to hear from you. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Please make sure you click that like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications, so you do not miss the next time we drop a video. Everybody, have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.